Y'all, stop everything you're doing right now because I'm about to serve you the hottest royal tea. And honey, this kettle is boiling. We're talking about million-dollar mansions, evicted families, and the most audacious display of privilege I have ever seen in my life. While people are choosing between heating and eating, guess who just announced they need a £16 million house upgrade for their emotional well-being? I cannot. Welcome back to Meghan and Harry Tales, where we don't just sip the tea, we brew it, we serve it, and we make sure it's piping hot. I'm your host, Adrian, and if you thought royal drama was taking a break, think again, because the audacity levels just reached the stratosphere. Before we dive into this absolute circus, smash that subscribe button like your life depends on it, because trust me, after what I'm about to tell you, you're going to need therapy. And unlike some people, we can't just buy a mansion to feel better. So, let's talk about what's been happening in Sussex land, shall we? Because while William and Kate are over there playing house in their £16 million mansion, and yes, we'll get to that mess in a minute, Harry and Meghan have been out here actually working. Now, I've been watching and I've been taking notes, and let me tell you something, the contrast is absolutely stunning. You've got one couple who's literally using taxpayer money to upgrade their lifestyle in the name of emotional well-being. I cannot with that phrase, we'll unpack it later, and then you've got Harry and Meghan who are out here building their own empire brick by brick. But here's what's really got me thinking, and I want you all to think about this too. Have you noticed how quiet the British media has gotten about certain Sussex stories? Like, suspiciously quiet? Because while they were busy creating daily drama about Meghan's avocado toast and Harry's polo matches, some real developments have been happening. Netflix deals, Spotify ventures, Archewell Foundation work actual substance. But somehow, that doesn't make headlines the same way, does it? And speaking of headlines, can we talk about the absolute audacity of the palace briefings lately? They're really trying to sell us this narrative that moving into a mansion is somehow equivalent to therapy. Baby, if that's therapy, then I need to update my insurance plan. Now let's get into something that's been on my mind, and I know it's been on yours too, this whole media manipulation game that's being played. See, here's the thing that people don't want to acknowledge. The same media that spent years tearing Meghan apart for literally breathing wrong is now trying to convince us that Kate needing an 8-bedroom house for her mental health is just normal royal behaviour. Y'all, let's be real for a second. When Meghan wore a $50,000 dress, it was wasteful and tone-deaf. But when Kate needs a £16 million house upgrade during a cost-of-living crisis, oh, that's just emotional well-being. Make it make sense. And don't even get me started on the privacy narrative. Remember when Harry and Meghan wanted privacy and were told they were being dramatic? But now we're supposed to believe that Kate needs privacy so badly that they're literally evicting families from cottages. The math ain't mathing, baby. But here's what I think is really happening, and tell me in the comments. If you agree, I think this is all part of a bigger strategy to rewrite history. They want us to forget about how Meghan was treated. They want us to normalise this kind of excessive behaviour. They want us to think that criticism of the royals is somehow unpatriotic or mean-spirited. But here's the thing. We remember. The internet remembers. Screenshots are forever, honey. Okay, let's do a little exercise together. I want you to imagine for just 1 second that it was Harry and Meghan announcing they needed a $20 million mansion in California for their emotional well-being while families were struggling to pay rent. Can you imagine the outrage? The headlines would be writing themselves. Greedy Harry and Meghan flaunt wealth while Americans suffer. Sussex spending spree shows true colours. The Daily Mail would need extra ink just to print all the hit pieces. But when it's William and Kate, oh, it's understandable, and they deserve it, and it's a fresh start for the family. And this brings me to something deeper, something I've been thinking about a lot. This isn't just about houses or money or even royal drama. This is about systems, y'all. This is about how certain people get to exist in this world with completely different rules. Meghan worked her entire life, built her own career, had her own money, her own success, and was called social climbing and gold digging. Meanwhile, Kate literally waited around for a prince for a decade, which, hey, secure that bag, no judgment, but she's called patient and devoted. Harry served his country in the military, started a foundation for veterans, has been doing charitable work since he was a teenager, but he's ungrateful for wanting to protect his family. William, well, what exactly has William done besides inherit the right DNA? You see what I'm saying? It's not about the individuals, it's about the system that protects some people and destroys others based on criteria that have nothing to do with character, work ethic, or actual contribution to society. Now let's zoom out for a minute because I want to talk about why this all matters beyond just royal watching drama. What we're watching with Harry and Meghan versus William and Kate is actually a masterclass in how power structures maintain themselves. Think about it. Harry and Meghan said, "This system is broken, we're going to do something different." And look what happened to them. They were dragged through the mud for years. But William and Kate, they're playing the game exactly as it was designed to be played. Take taxpayer money, live in luxury, do the bare minimum of public appearances, and let the media spin it as service. It's brilliant, really, if you're completely okay with that kind of moral flexibility. But here's what gives me hope, and I want to leave you with this thought. Harry and Meghan are still here. They're still building. They're still creating. They're still showing that there's another way to exist in this world. Every time they announce a new project, every time they use their platform to highlight important causes, every time they show their children love and protection, instead of using them as photo props, they're proving that the old way isn't the only way. And honestly, I think that scares the palace more than any tabloid story ever could. Because at the end of the day, what's more powerful? A 300-year-old system that requires constant media manipulation and taxpayer funding to maintain relevance? Or two people who walked away from all of that and are building something real, something authentic, something that actually helps people? All right, beautiful souls, that's where I'm going to leave you today. But before you go, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment and let me know. Do you think Harry and Meghan made the right choice leaving the royal family? Do you see the double standards I'm talking about? And most importantly, what do you think the royal family will look like in 10 years if they keep going down this path? Also, if you're loving these deep dives into royal drama and the real stories behind the headlines, smash that like button. It helps the algorithm gods smile down upon us, and it lets me know you want more content like this. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell because, honey, royal drama never sleeps, and neither does your girl Adrian. I've got so much more content planned. We're going to be talking about everything from palace finances to media manipulation to what Harry and Meghan's next moves might be. Until next time, keep questioning those narratives, keep supporting authenticity over tradition, and remember, just because something has always been done a certain way doesn't mean it's the right way. This has been Adrian with Meghan and Harry Tales, and I'll see you in the next one.